and welcome to Rubbin Minds on Channels TV. My name is Daphne Akatuba, and I'm sure you're wondering where Ebuka is again. Well, Ebuka is still in Switzerland, and I am sitting in for him today. So welcome to the show, and to start off today, we're going to have news from whyniger.com before we go into the discussion. Now, LASU closed down after students' riots that caused a total standstill along Lagos-Badagry Express Road. Now, the reason for the riot, according to the student union government public relations officer, was because of the students, the school stand in refusing to open the portal for over 1,214 students who finally paid the new quote-unquote outrageous school fees to register. Now, according to the student union government public relation officer, he says that he wonders what it's going to cost the management of LASU to open the portal for registration, and he is sure that it will cost absolutely nothing. Now, you know, for us, it is sad that the government finds it difficult to pay 18,000 to their parents as minimum wage, but want their children to pay 250 to 350,000 as school fees. That is excluding feeding, accommodation, handouts, and transportation, and the usual. So we do hope that LASU, they resolve these issues as well. Now, Adamu Mwazu, who emerged as the new PDP chairman, has been preaching peace by asking the former PDP governors who left the party to please come back. He is currently the new PDP chairman. We definitely hope that this PDP drama comes to an end anyhow. The former PDP chairman, Bamanga Tukor, is the new NRC chairman. Now, he has been appointed as the chairman of the Nigeria Railway Corporation, and for us, he still remains the chairman after all. So I think it's all good that it actually ends well. The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Tahiru Jiga, on Thursday said that the ballot box snatching will not be possible in 2015 general election. Now, he has urged politicians not to engage in the illegal act in the forthcoming polls. Now, they believe that they're 100% solid on that front, and so for those of you that are thinking of ballot box snatching, definitely, Professor Jiga is saying that there's no way that is going to happen in 2015. Now, he has also declared that political parties deregistered by the commission would not be re-registered. Presidential and National Assembly elections are fixed for February 14, 2015. And then government and state House of Assembly elections will take place on the 28th of February 2015. Now, Obanikoro and a host of others have been listed top list of 12 ministerial nominees. Now, 12 new ministerial nominees have been submitted to the Senate for consideration and confirmation by the president, and Obanikoro is one of them. Also, the home-based Super Eagles made us proud yesterday. Now, last week when I was on the show, they were about to play another match, and I was hoping that they do well. But now the home-based Super Eagles have made us proud yesterday as they cruise into the semi-finals of the CAN Championship holding in South Africa. And now, in a dramatic way, they came from 3 goals down to win Morocco 4-3. And I say that's a great comeback. And I think that our Super Eagles team have a fantastic way of always giving us amazing comebacks. Of course, we all remember all the way in 1996, Atlanta, when they also made an amazing comeback with Brazil. And so, they always give us something to watch out for. You can never truly write off a Super Eagles match until the final whistle is blown. Like they say, it's not over until it's over. And I think Super Eagles are the ambassadors or epitome of that statement. And we also hope that the health workers and the ASUP strike will be called off. All right, welcome back from that break. Now, before we went on that break, I told you that the topic for discussion today is the gay law, and I'm sure a lot of you are eager to hear what will be discussed today. Now, there's been mixed reactions concerning the recently passed anti-gay bill that criminalized all form of same-sex action and association across the country. Now, some international human rights platforms like Transparency International have called it the harshest anti-gay law the world has ever seen. Now, it includes, among other penalties, 14 years for anyone in the same-sex marriage or civil union, and 10 years for anyone who attends a same-sex wedding, 10 years for anyone involved with any lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender organization, 10 years for anyone who shows affection for someone of the same sex. Now, in the North, it attracts even being stoned to death if guilty. Now, Rubbin Minds, we shall be addressing the bill from different angles: religion, human rights, law, and social association. And we shall look at it and hear the for and the against stands. And at the end of the day, we shall have addressed it the very best way that we can. I have in the studio with me three very outspoken. Now, before we came on air, I heard them in the studio and they were going on and on and on, and I can't wait to hear them speak on the show today. I have Olumide Makonjola, who is the Initiative of Equal Rights, Nigeria, and I have Tope Atiba, who is a lawyer, and then I have Ayo Oyalowo, who is a social commentator. Welcome to the studio, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. Now, before we start, I want to first pose my question to Tope. What is the legal implication of this law?
Well, for me, it's clear. The law is not ambiguous. It's not equivocal about anything. If you are caught, or if you are arrested, or if you're reported to be gay, you are penalized. I think it's okay.
Oh,
that's it. But then again, you need to understand that all these things are subject to proof. So it's not as if when you get arrested or if somebody reports you, then suddenly you go to jail for 14 years. So it's subject to proof in the court. So it depends. It's until we test the law in the courtrooms. You understand? And then we see the arguments for in the courtrooms, the arguments against, before we can actually say, okay, these are the things that are wrong with this law. We can modify it this way, we can modify it that way. But for me, it's clear enough. Some people think it's harsh. Well, it's clear enough. It's unambiguous. It's okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go down to Olumide. Tope is saying it's clear enough, it's ambiguous, and I think it's fair. What do you have to say about that?
I think I'm kind of surprised, then I'm not also surprised. But I'm surprised that this is coming from a lawyer, especially a lawyer saying that it's not ambiguous.
Okay.
I think you cannot have a law that indirectly send everybody to jail. First of all, the law criminalized same-sex marriage. That is the title. And that is the catchy phrase with it. That is what we're made to believe. But in reality, the content of the law goes beyond same-sex marriage. It goes beyond prohibition of same-sex harmonious relationship. What does that mean? Directly or indirectly? What does directly mean? What does indirectly mean? There's a section of the law that talks about, witness, support, aid, and abet. I mean, what does this thing mean? And I like the fact that Tope said that, you need to have a proven court before you can actually. But that is the problem with the law. The law doesn't give room for proof. It doesn't have, how do you know if somebody is gay? How do you know if a man has slept with another man? What is the evidence? And in reality, before you can actually go to court, the person would have been arrested on suspicion, already in the police station, chat to court, go through that process. Why do we want to take people through all of those process? Then secondly, we already have existing laws in this country, from the Criminal Penal Code in Nigeria and the Sharia law up in the North. They're already existing. Why do we need more than 2 laws to police a particular community? What is the essence of this law? And I think that the laws wholly become informed where their evidence do. I mean, there must have been something that happened for the government to want to criminalize same-sex marriage. There is nothing showing. There has never been any proof where gay men or lesbian women tried to get married in this country. So what informed the law? What was the reason for the law? Why do we need this law? I work in HIV section. I can tell you that the anti-discrimination bill has been there forever. The National Health Bill has been there forever. Why do we have to push for this particular bill? There is no reason for this view, especially when we still have the criminal penal code.
Tope, can you address that?
Yeah. First and foremost, you should not try to equate this law with other laws, because the National Assembly has a job to do. If when this law was being passed, or before it was passed, there wasn't so much or as much clamor as we have now, after both chambers passed the law, everybody starts reacting one way or the other. This is a law that appeals to people's sensibilities one way or another. First and foremost, we need to understand the role of law in the society. You don't have to wait till things go bad, or wait till something happens. We need to be proactive about things. I have my own reservations, and I must tell you that because something is West, it doesn't necessarily mean it's best, and because it's white, it doesn't mean it's right. I'm not saying that being gay is totally a Western idea. But then in Nigeria, we do not have to copy what Barack Obama says is correct or what David Cameron says is right. I believe that the West has a right to police their state the way they want to police it, and we have our own territorial integrity to protect. Now, if both houses of the National Assembly have come together, these are, personally, sometimes I probably insult the National Assembly. Let me put it that way, not insulting in quotes. But I know that people that are there are distinguished gentlemen. Some of them are lawyers, some of them are doctors. These are people from different spheres of life, exposed as it is. And if both houses have come together to pass this law, why don't you wait till this law gets to court? Let people be arrested and taken to court first.
Okay, I'm going